Welcome back to the Xbox One Elite Controller Setup Series. This is the Carter 117, aka Hodor, ya boy. Today's video is a custom setup for the Overwatch hero Junkrat. If you want to check out a different hero's custom setup, click on one of their pictures now. Now let's take a look at Junkrat's abilities. His ultimate is Riptire, but by hitting the Y button. You know, when you hear, "Fire in the hole!" and you try to run away, and it usually blows you up when you're nowhere near it. Yeah. The LB button is concussion mine, so basically you hit LB to throw the concussion mine out and then the left trigger again to detonate it. You can either stand on top of it to get shot up into the air or throw it at an enemy to kill him pretty quickly. The steel trap is the RB button, so basically we'll throw out the trap and wait for someone to run into it. What sucks is when you are the person who runs into it, it takes forever to get out of it. The frag launcher, which is the right trigger, is his projectile gun, and you can just hold the right trigger the whole time and you don't even have to take it off and just keep firing projectiles everywhere. It makes it really difficult for the enemy team to advance. His passive ability is Total Mayhem, so it basically drops a bunch of bombs whenever he gets killed. This comes in handy when playing against a Symmetra or Reaper because they need to be really close in order to kill you. A lot of the times it gets the job done. Now, to set up his in-game sensitivities, use the drop-down menu in the controls section of the options menu and select Junkrat. Since he does not need to be accurate, I suggest turning up the sensitivities. For me, I set the horizontal sensitivities to 24 and the vertical sensitivities to 26. Since basically all you're doing is shooting the projectile a little bit above everyone to try to get a further distance on it, accuracy is not really needed for this character. When coming up with a custom setup, you want to find a way to arrange the buttons so you don't have to take your fingers off the thumbsticks. For Junkrat, I mapped the LB button to the lower left paddle, so I can throw the concussion mine quickly while shooting and detonate it while using the left trigger. For the RB button, I assign it to the lower right paddle. This is so I can throw the steel trap without taking my finger off the right trigger at all. And for the final touch, I put the X button on both the upper right and left paddles, just so that way I have more options to reload. Personally, I like to use the short sticks when playing FPS games, but that's a personal call. You guys could figure out what you're most comfortable with and use that. I would just say if you switch sticks, to give it a week or two to get used to it. For the left stick, I set it to aggressive, and then I turn up the aggressiveness to the 9th tick mark. Setting it this way makes it so that we can strafe quicker and make you a harder target to hit. For the right stick, I set it to aggressive, as well as turn up the aggressiveness to the 5th tick mark. This makes it so you can get a quicker sight picture while aiming at your target. Like I said, he doesn't need to be accurate. You just need to be able to move it around quickly and spam the right trigger. I suggest that in all FPS games that you lock both the triggers by sliding the trigger lock buttons on the back downward, as well as setting the triggers to 0 and 1. This creates a hair trigger effect, which can ultimately give you more bullets downrange. In regards to vibration, turn it off. Or, if you need a tiny bit of feedback when you're getting shot, I suggest setting the left and right main vibrations to half a tick. This is just enough feedback, but not enough to throw off your aim. If you liked the video, please like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for tuning into the Overwatch Elite Controller Setup Guide for Junkrat. There's definitely more to come. I'm out.